Welcome to Elevate Your English.
Where confidence meets communication.
You know grammar. You've studied it. You know hundreds of words. You've memorized verb tenses, practiced dialogues, maybe even passed exams. But the moment someone walks up to you and asks a simple question in English, what do you do for work? Your mind goes completely blank. Not for 1 second, not for 2, just silence. And inside your head, pure panic.
That feeling, that specific feeling of knowing the answer in your own language, but not being able to get it out in English. It's not because you're bad at English. It's not because you need more vocabulary. It's because of how you were taught to think.
And today, we're going to change that. 3 mindset shifts. That's it. Not grammar lessons, not word lists, just 3 different ways of thinking that can completely rewire how your brain processes English. Stay with us, because by the end of this episode, something is going to click.
Okay, so let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain when you try to speak English.
Right, so imagine this. Someone at work, maybe a foreign colleague, turns to you and says, "Hey, what did you do this weekend?" Simple question. You had a perfectly nice weekend, but suddenly your brain does this weird thing where it goes searching, like it's opening a dictionary, translating, building a sentence word by word.
And by the time your brain finishes building that sentence, the moment is gone. The conversation moved on, and you just smiled awkwardly and said, "It was good."
Every single English learner has done that, including me.
Including you, including me, including basically everyone listening right now. And here's the uncomfortable truth. That problem? It's not a vocabulary problem. Most people listening to this podcast know enough English to have that conversation, but something is blocking it.
That something is the habit of translating. Your brain learned English as a code. Like, take a thought in your language, convert it to English, then speak. And that process is slow, way too slow for real conversation.
So the goal isn't to learn more English. The goal is to unlearn that translation habit. And that starts with 3 specific mindset shifts.
Okay, shift number 1. Stop trying to be perfect before you speak.
Ooh, this one is painful for a lot of people.
Right? Because most learners, especially the ones who are actually quite good, they wait. They wait until the sentence is perfect in their head before they say it out loud.
And that waiting is the enemy.
Totally. Because here's what native speakers actually do. They start talking before they know how the sentence will end. They figure it out while speaking. It's messy, it's imperfect, and it works.
There was this moment for me. I remember I was in a meeting, and I wanted to say something, but I kept editing it in my head. And by the time I was ready, someone else said it. And I just sat there like, that was my idea.
That's such a specific kind of frustration.
It really is. So shift 1 is this. Give yourself permission to speak imperfectly. Start the sentence. Trust that your brain will catch up.
Shift number 2. Stop translating emotions. Start feeling them in English.
Okay, explain that, because it sounds a little abstract.
Sure. So, when you feel excited about something, your brain has a word for it in your first language, right? That word comes with a feeling attached to it, a memory, a physical sensation almost.
Yeah, language and emotion are deeply connected.
Exactly. But when you learn excited in English, at first, it's just a word. It doesn't have that feeling yet. So when you try to use it, it feels foreign, disconnected.
So how do you fix that?
You attach the feeling to the English word directly. Next time you feel excited, don't think, "I'm excited," as a translation. Just feel that emotion and say the English word in your mind, over and over, until the English word starts to carry the feeling.
That's actually how children learn language, isn't it? They don't translate. They just experience something and someone says the word and it sticks.
Exactly. You're basically redoing that process, but as an adult. It takes time, but it works.
All right, shift number 3.
Shift number 3. Stop thinking of yourself as an English learner. Start thinking of yourself as an English speaker.
That sounds like the kind of thing someone puts on a poster.
I know. But hear me out, because there's actual science behind this. When you think of yourself as a learner, your brain is always in student mode, cautious, waiting to be corrected, asking permission to speak.
Yeah, I can feel that.
But when you shift your identity, even slightly, to I am someone who speaks English, your brain starts behaving differently. You stop waiting for fluency to arrive. You act like it's already here.
It's almost like faking it until your brain believes it.
Exactly. And the brain is surprisingly easy to trick in this way. The behavior changes first, and the feeling of confidence follows.
Okay, so we always like to give our listeners something they can actually do today. Not tomorrow, today.
Yes. So here's your challenge for this week. It's small, it's simple, and it will feel a little weird, which means it's working.
Every evening before you sleep, pick one emotion you felt that day. Just one. Maybe you felt tired. Maybe you felt relieved. Maybe you felt a little proud of yourself.
Find the English word for that emotion. Then say it out loud, to yourself, while actually feeling it. Don't just say the word. Feel the word.
Do it for 7 days. That's your only job this week.
And if you do it, tell us in the comments. Seriously, we read them.
All right, let's bring it back. 3 mindset shifts.
Shift 1. Stop waiting to be perfect before you speak. Start the sentence. Trust the process.
Shift 2. Stop translating emotions. Attach the feeling directly to the English word.
Shift 3. Stop calling yourself a learner. You're already a speaker. Act like it.
None of these require a textbook. None of them require a teacher. They just require you to notice your own thinking and gently shift it.
And gentle is the right word. Don't be hard on yourself when your brain defaults to translation. It will for a while. Just notice it and redirect.
Now let's look at 5 words from today's episode that are really useful for intermediate learners.
Word 1. Fluency. It means the ability to speak a language easily and naturally, without stopping or struggling. She didn't achieve fluency overnight. It took years of daily practice. Speaking question. What does fluency mean to you personally? Does it mean speaking fast or speaking clearly? Word 2. Rewire. To change the way your brain thinks or behaves, usually through new habits or experiences. Meditation can actually rewire your brain to respond to stress differently. Speaking question. Is there one habit you'd like to rewire in your daily life? Word 3. Disconnect. A gap or separation between two things that should be connected. There was a disconnect between what he said and what he actually did. Speaking question. Have you ever felt a disconnect between how you think in English and how you actually speak? Word 4. Default. To automatically go back to a familiar behavior or setting, especially without thinking. When she was nervous, she would default to speaking very quietly. Speaking question. What do you default to when you feel nervous speaking English? Word 5. Redirect. To change direction of attention, thought, or effort toward something else. Instead of panicking, he took a breath and tried to redirect his focus. Speaking question. How do you redirect yourself when negative thoughts take over?
You know what I love about these 3 shifts? None of them are about studying harder.
Right. They're about thinking differently. And that's actually something you can start doing right now. On the bus, in the shower, before bed.
The brain changes slowly, but it does change. Every time you catch yourself translating and choose to just speak instead, That's a tiny victory, and those tiny victories add up.
So be patient with yourself. You're not fixing a mistake. You're building something new.
And we'll be here every week with more conversations, more ideas, more words to help you build it.
If today's episode helped you, even a little, please subscribe. It genuinely helps us keep going. And leave a comment telling us which mindset shift felt most true for you.
We'll see you in the next one.
Take care of yourself and keep speaking.